Today's story is Sneeze Magic. Chapter 1. The Peculiar Power. In the bustling town of Giggleford, where laughter was as common as sunshine, lived a young woman named Lucy Larkspur. Lucy was an ordinary girl with an extraordinary sense of humor. She loved making people laugh, whether it was through her silly jokes or her quirky dance moves. But one sunny morning, as she was getting ready for her day, something peculiar happened. Lucy was in her kitchen, trying to pour herself a bowl of cereal, when she sneezed. It wasn't the sneeze that was odd. It was what came after. Suddenly, the spoon in her hand started to wiggle like a worm. The cereal box began to sing a cheerful tune, and the milk carton did a little dance across the table. Lucy blinked in surprise, her mouth hanging open. Had she just made her breakfast come to life? Confused but curious, Lucy decided to experiment. She sneezed again, this time on purpose. Sure enough, her coffee mug began to recite poetry while the toaster flipped its toast like a gymnast. Lucy giggled, her eyes wide with wonder. Somehow, her sneezes had gained a mysterious power to animate objects around her. Lucy spent the rest of the morning sneezing on everything she could find, from her slippers to her toothbrush, each time resulting in hilarious antics that had her rolling on the floor with laughter. But as fun as it was, Lucy realized she needed to understand this strange new power. She couldn't just spend all day sneezing on things after all. Chapter 2. Sneezes and Surprises. With her newfound power in mind, Lucy decided to visit her best friend, Max, who lived just down the street. Max was a brilliant inventor, always tinkering with gadgets and gizmos in his cluttered garage. If anyone could help her understand her sneezing power, it would be him. "Max, you won't believe what happened this morning," Lucy exclaimed as she burst into his garage, nearly tripping over a pile of wires. "Whoa, slow down," Max laughed, pushing up his oversized glasses. "What's got you so excited?" Lucy took a deep breath and explained everything, from the singing cereal box to the poetry reciting mug. Max listened intently, his eyes growing wider with every word. "That's amazing, Lucy," he said, his voice filled with awe. "We have to test this out. Imagine the possibilities." Together, they set up a mini laboratory with various objects laid out on a table. Lucy stood at one end, ready to sneeze, while Max took notes with a notepad and pencil. "Okay, let's start with something simple," Max suggested, picking up a rubber duck. "Give it a sneeze." Lucy focused, scrunched up her nose, and let out a loud achoo. The rubber duck quacked loudly, flapping its wings like a real duck. Both Lucy and Max burst into laughter, clapping their hands in delight. They spent the entire afternoon testing different objects, each time resulting in a new and hilarious surprise. A lamp danced the tango, a soccer ball told knock-knock jokes, and even a broomstick tried to sweep the floor on its own. It was a day filled with giggles and joyous chaos. But as the sun began to set, Lucy and Max realized they had a new challenge. How could Lucy use her sneezing power for good without causing too much trouble? Chapter 3. The Sneezing Superhero. The next day, as Lucy walked through Giggleford, she noticed something unusual. People seemed to be in a rush, their faces worried and tense. She overheard snippets of conversation about a mysterious thief who had been stealing everyone's left shoes. It was the talk of the town. Lucy couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the situation. Who would want to steal only left shoes? But then she had an idea. Maybe she could use her sneezing power to catch this mischievous thief. Determined, Lucy enlisted Max's help once more. They devised a plan to lure the thief into a trap using Lucy's sneezes. That evening, they set up a table full of left shoes in the town square, each one strategically placed to create a path leading to a large, empty box. Lucy hid nearby, ready to sneeze at the right moment. As the clock struck midnight, a shadowy figure crept into the square, drawn by the sight of so many left shoes. It was the thief. Lucy waited until the thief was near the box before she unleashed a mighty achoo. The shoes sprang to life, surrounding the thief and dancing in a circle, effectively trapping him. The thief, confused and startled, stumbled backward into the box, which promptly closed around him. The townspeople, who had gathered at a safe distance, erupted into cheers and applause. Lucy had done it. She had used her peculiar power to save the day. Chapter 4. A town full of laughter. The next morning, Lucy was hailed as a hero. The townspeople celebrated with a grand parade, and Lucy was given a shiny medal for her bravery and creativity. Max was right by her side, grinning from ear to ear, proud of their teamwork. Giggleford was once again filled with laughter and joy, and Lucy's sneezing power became a beloved part of the town's charm. She used it to help people in small ways, like making a grumpy cat smile or turning a boring meeting into a lively dance-off. Lucy learned that her power, while peculiar, was a gift that brought happiness and fun to those around her. And even though her sneezes still caused a bit of chaos now and then, she wouldn't have it any other way. Chapter 5. The adventures continue. As the days went by, Lucy and Max continued to explore the potential of her sneezing power. They even started a club called the Sneezing Squad, where they invited other townsfolk to join in their silly experiments and adventures. Lucy's life was never dull, and she loved every moment of it. She realized that being a hero didn't always mean having super strength or flying through the sky. Sometimes it just meant being yourself and using what you have to make the world a better, happier place. And so, Lucy Larkspur, the sneezing superhero of Giggleford, continued to spread laughter and joy wherever she went. Her story became a favorite bedtime tale for children all over town, reminding everyone that even the most peculiar powers can lead to the most wonderful adventures.